welcome back to Sticks and Strings. I'm Naomi.
I'm Beth.
I'm Eve.
And it is almost my birthday. My birthday is this week, and you know, what are you doing? Stop it.
I'm tasting this gnome.
You're so embarrassing to me. No,
Your birthday is next week.
no. My birthday is this coming week.
It's Wednesday.
Well, that would be next week.
Between now and next week.
Yeah.
That's this week.
I consider
Nobody
this
likes
still,
a calendar nerd, Eve.
I consider this still this week. It's only Friday.
Before we see you again, I will have a birthday. You can take that however you want. I believe that means it's this week, this coming week.
Well, when they see it, it'll be this week.
Oh my gosh. As I said, no one likes a calendar nerd. Okay. It is, so July has gone by. We hope you had a great 4th of July. And thank you for all your comments. We'll talk about those in a little bit. And we're here. We like to get our crafts, our snacks, and our gnomes and get together and talk about all the stuff we are working on. So Eve is going to go first.
Yes. So again, I didn't take the pattern out. I am working on Murder in the Garden by Hands On Design. And I'm about to start another bird. I can't wait till I'm doing the back stitching and getting it done, because then I can start on Goose on the Loose. But I want to finish this too. I want to get it FFO'd.
I was going to say, I want you to make the pumpkin. It's so cool.
I want to get it FFO'd. Okay, so then I have 2 finishes. I have my cross stitch camp piece, 250 Years of Freedom by Stitching with the Housewives.
Oh, you finished it.
Yeah.
Nice. How do they fully finish it? Flat?
I don't know. Yeah, flat, but she does a whole bunch of stuff on it, and
That's neat.
I kind of would like to make it a little pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
You can rest your head on it at night.
Rest your tiny head on it.
Well, I don't have. I have fewer places to display flat finishes right now, until we get our stuff in the storage unit. And then I have another finish. A chicken. I crocheted this chicken for Naomi for her birthday.
Which is this week.
And it has a button closure. So I had a hard time getting it big enough for this button. Now I can't unbutton it. I was going to unbutton it and show you. It has a little inside part. Once I put the eyes and the comb and everything on there, I was just like, and I had it sitting. I was still working on the strap or something, and I had it just sitting on my table, and Robert just walked by and he goes, "That's really cute." So I may need to make another. I don't know. I have another button. Anyway. So.
That's cute.
There's
Can I
that.
see it?
Yes.
It is yours after all.
I didn't put a big long strap on it because I didn't think you would be using it as a purse.
As a crossbody purse.
Mm-hmm.
It's so little. I was telling her, maybe it'd be the right size for the bag restrictions at the symphony. I just put my wallet and my phone in there and take it. It's cute.
So I did a little bit of work on Crazy Stitch We Do Geek. I have the E almost done. I was falling asleep, or I would have it done.
You were sleep stitching?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's why you see the thread in front. I should really tuck the thread to the back. I was like, I'll come back and finish that when my eyes are open. Yeah, my eyes have not been open a lot this week. So I'm on the last line, and then I'm gonna frog this line right here, and put the Lord of the Rings reference in that I decided on.
That'll be cool.
I think it'll make it more personal for Robert.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about this heat, shall we?
Oh, it's been really bad.
It hasn't been over 115
I couldn't
officially.
tell. In my heart, it has been.
But my phone over in Santan tells me it's 118 a couple of days in a row. But it's supposed to be cooler this coming week.
Yeah, Eli said we're gonna need our sweaters next Friday because it'll be only 90.
Yeah. So this is Temperature Pets by Jace Breeze. I like this pattern, but it's a lot of stitching. I wish I had gone with Local Conditions or something like that has
Yeah.
less stitching, but it ends up being cute.
It is.
Look at that cat.
The cat that you hated is so cute.
I hated it because it was a lot. But now I'm working on a dog. He has little ears. See the ears?
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
They're red ears.
Yeah, ready.
They're striped ears. He has striped ears. So I've been keeping an eye on the temperatures, and the next portion might be green, might be orange, but today will be red for sure. Because it is unpleasant outside, and we're used to the summer heat, but that doesn't mean we care for it.
I'm not used to it.
I'm still not used to it. I've been here 30 years. Over 30 years.
What I mean is we're not surprised by it.
What I hate is the water coming out of the faucet.
You could blanch your vegetables.
Yeah,
in it.
it's even if I put it on the cold side, I'll get
Yep.
like 2 seconds of cold water, and then it's hot.
Yep.
And then if I leave
It's
it,
hotter than the hot water.
yeah, if I leave it running long enough, I might get lukewarm water. But in the shower, it doesn't warm up. It's cold.
So I'm doing this for a Midsummer Stitch, which is next weekend. And this is Dark Forest by Tiny Modernist. And I have almost all of the principal stitching done
So that's the one for your journal?
for my journal, yeah.
And that class is next weekend?
Mm-hmm. This class is on Saturday, and the next class is on Sunday. So Beth, for my birthday, which is next month, almost exactly a month past Naomi's, Beth bought me this class, Night Window by Tiny Modernist.
When is that class?
This is
Also
on
this-
Sunday.
Oh,
Isn't that adorable?
that is cool.
It's so cute. So cute. I love it. I just absolutely love this. And I started with, I need all this extra for finishing, so, and for doing the other two, so I'm in the middle here. And I started with the middle, and that white you see here
Mhm.
is part of the owl.
Oh, okay. That's pretty.
The moon's on the other side.
Oh, you're gonna love that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
And-
a trifold stand
Uh-huh.
thing. That's
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah, it just opens up like this, and I don't know that you can put it away folded. I think that it's probably too fat to
Or
put
maybe
away.
you could put it. Maybe it'll fold in a Z, rather than like a. Instead of folding both ends in, maybe one go in and one go back like that.
I don't know, but you could lay it flat and fold it put it that way. I don't know, but I just
I
absolutely.
think it's pretty.
I absolutely love this. I think it's going to be beautiful. She stitched it on a charcoal black, but I was not interested in stitching on black. I have something else I need to stitch on black, and I think dark blue, to me, dark blue says night more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's beautiful in the blue.
Mhm.
I thought that's what the model was.
Mm-mm, it's charcoal black,
Oh.
And
charcoal gray. I don't know.
that piece of fabric is one I think that you gave me, but it had like some red stitching on it. Yeah, so I
maybe.
frogged all that out. I know it wasn't my stitching because
I have no idea.
yeah.
See, it takes a lot of space above
Yeah.
and space on either side, and then of course it has to go around the back. And so
You cut the 3 pieces apart, I wonder?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought I'm not going to cut it down. I want to make sure I have plenty of space. She says to put 3 inches in between each one, and if I put 3 inches, then they end up being, almost the whole piece. So
That's good. That's really pretty.
So yeah, I'm excited about this class. I won't have the stitching done before class,
Yeah.
but I would not want to finish it during class anyway. I want to watch how she's finishing it.
And you could be stitching while she's talking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you have 30 days after the class
To watch,
to watch the
class
video again.
Yeah. So anyway, that's me.
Okay. I'm going in the middle. Let me get past this marker,
Yeah, I just almost flung my needle. Huh?
and I will. I realized something. This morning, I was up early knitting this morning, and I was working on this, of course, and the ball on my holder here was all loose, and this is the end of the ball, and so I rewrapped it. And I remembered that a week ago, I rewrapped the end of the yarn
For a different
while we were filming, and I realized I think it's happened. I should go back and look, but I think it's happened like every week. Like I go through a ball of yarn a week on this beast. Okay, I'm gonna put my point protectors on.
Has Hannah been able to send you any pictures?
No, she is so busy. She barely messages us, so I haven't seen any pictures of her with the top on. I asked her for them, but
she had a chance to wear them. I wonder if it fits.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know about yours. She did try them on. She said that they fit, but I haven't. I think she tried them on real fast because she's just like, I'm just running all the time, and
Yeah,
she must be really happy because we haven't heard. We haven't gotten any calls of like I'm so stressed out or anything. So she's doing well. Okay, this is if you were with me last week, this is the Knit Swirl Strata Sphere.
So much bigger than it was last week.
I laid it out. Here's a picture of it laying out on the floor because I wanted to see what it looked like in real life, and a picture of the welts close up also. So I'm just going gangbusters on this. You can't see it right now because of the way because I just started a row, but I've been binding off on this part here that is the back neck. So this will be the I can't put it on because I have the thing there, but this will be the lapel around the collar of the sweater. I just love it. I just keep going gangbusters on it. I have had to as they call it tink back. Like one time I started a row, and now because I'm knitting instead of knitting it around, which is much easier. Like you're just like, okay, the whole thing is knit till you hit the markers. The whole thing is purl till you hit the markers. Well, now I'm going back and forth, so I have to remember which welt I'm on and which side I'm on, and it's hard when it's all like this. Is this the outside or the inside? So I have markers to mark the right side, quote unquote, on either both this at the bottom down here and up. I keep this up here at the top of this where I started binding off. So I can look at that and say, okay, this is the right facing side, so this row should be. But the problem is that one welt is purl and one welt is knit, stockinette knit. So, but when you're on the wrong side, you're doing the opposite. So your brain just doesn't, at least my brain. So I'm like, oh, dang it. I've done like half a loop around in purl and it should have been knit. So I have to go all the way back. So I would be further along. And also this yarn, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but this yarn has a lot of what they call vegetable matter, so it's like little sticks and straw and stuff from the sheep, which I like. I mean, it makes me feel closer to the reality of where the yarn came from.
I've never seen sheep that color though.
But and this is a combo of wool, mohair, and silk. So between all of that, you get a lot of nubs and sticks. So I'm like, this knitting would go much faster if I didn't have to stop every once in a while and dig out the sticks out of the yarn, because I'll have it, you know, in my hand the way I usually knit, and I feel like across my fingers I start to feel a little stick coming, and I'm like, I dig it out. And one time I just accidentally, I don't think it was even because of that, but the yarn is so loosely spun that I went to tighten a stitch and the yarn just broke on me, and I'm like, okay. But it also lends itself, because it's a natural fiber, lends itself to spit splicing. So I have not, in all the balls of yarn that I've used on this thing, I haven't had to really
Tie a knot.
what am I talking about? Weaving in any ends. Because as I get to the end of the yarn, I take the new yarn with a needle and I weave it in and out of the old yarn, and then pull it kind of, you know, to where it's flat, and then I stick it in my mouth and spit on it. And then I rub it between my hands like that, and it felts to itself, and there I go. So I haven't had to weave in any ends, and it's just been a lot of fun, and I love it. Oh, and remember how I said over July 4th weekend, I'm going to work on my quilt. And I don't know if I'm going to sew or cut and sew or just cut. And so I decided to just cut. But 4th of July weekend wound up being way busier than I thought. And so I didn't get to it till Sunday evening. And I'm like, okay, I just got to cut it. So I started with the whites, and this is as far as I got. So these are my little half rectangles. They're not half squares, they're half rectangles. So I got all those cut, but I still have 5 strips of that to cut, and I have all the other things to cut.
It'll eventually get.
But it'll get done, and you know, I think about it sometimes. But right now, I'm just having so much fun with this. I don't want to stop. So this is the longest probably I've been monogamous on a project. I did take a break from it, you know, to make Hannah's little top, but since then I've just been going, and I'm like, I got to get this done. I got to finish it, and I've been reading and looking at the diagrams, and I think I'm really starting to understand how it all works now. The more I get into it, so I don't feel so lost in how the pattern works. So I'm having fun, and that's me.
Okay.
Let me move this gnome out of your face.
I'll put it in my face. Lick it anymore. Yeah, that's gross.
There you go. How's that?
Good. Just pull this through. I realized that, yeah, once upon a time when I first worked on with this thread, this is a Weeks Dye Works thread, and I should have cut it in half one more time because it's very long. But whatever. Okay, so I've been working since the first, almost all on Freedom Flock, and this is by Plum Street Samplers. It's one of her, excuse me, I don't have enough hands, one of her animal stacks. So there's a little baby eaglet and another eagle here, and then a big spread eagle down here on the bottom. So, and I'm stitching 1/1 on 36 count. I mean 1/2, excuse me. 1/2 on 36 count, except for the eaglet's face, the face shape and the beak. You know, the beak is regular, but the eye and the face of the eaglet is 1/1. And that was like, I think that's right. I think it's right. But
Came out good.
yeah, but
That's good.
So yeah, so I've worked on the frame part down here. I got to like the end of the thread or whatever, but that's as big as it is on this count. there's a little bit more down here. There's a little garland kind of thing under here. I'll have to move the hoop to fit it in there. But so in the last several days, I worked on these little star things, and because I have to do the inside still. I think the only ones I finished are up here. These two, and the flag here. I finished the flag, and yeah. So I've been taking it to the two groups that we've been going to, the Copper Basin group and the library yarn crafters groups that Eve and I have been going to, and I took this Freedom Flock Thursday, I think, and the lighting was like it was good, but it was not perfect, and so I'm sitting there aiming it toward the window and going, I hope this is
Get
right.
a neck light, you goofball.
And
I let her borrow my neck light. She doesn't like it.
But so I've been working on this one almost every day this month because this is my cross stitch camp piece. So I'm trying to finish it. But also on the 4th, I wanted to do some more. Or the 4th and 5th that weekend, I wanted to do more patriotic stitching, and I wanted to work on Worthy Patriot, but I also wanted to start with these other pieces, so I just chose to start these instead. So this is Sweet Wing Studios Stand Firm, and this is a Abraham Lincoln tribute, and the quote says, "Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm." And it has Abraham Lincoln, and then it's got a bunch of little motifs that represent his life, like there's an axe, because he built a log cabin or whatever. He used to do that. There's a log cabin. There's an eagle. There's a lamp because he used to read by lamplight. There's a tall hat, a flag,
$5 bill.
a $5 bill, and a penny, and then the Lincoln Memorial here.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, so it's neat. But the problem is that all of these little motifs, the at the bottom, I think it's this little star on the bottom is like up against the edge of the pattern, but everything else is like in from the top. And because of this fabric that I'm using, I wanted to start in the upper left-hand corner, so I had to count. I used a piece of thread to to count how many stitches over and how many stitches down, whatever. So like this little thread in the corner represented the corner of the pattern. And then the motifs start in quite a ways. So, yeah. But the reason I didn't want to start it elsewhere is because this is a big piece of fabric, and I am going to do my August cross stitch camp piece on it, and so it's wide enough. For like this way, I think for both pieces, like the length of one and the width of the other, or something like that. So. Anyway, so I wanted to start on the Abraham Lincoln piece, and then come August, the Glory in the Wind is my August cross stitch camp piece, and that's also going on this same piece of fabric. And this is 32 count Belfast linen I got at Hobby Lobby once upon a time. So this is a big, like 18 by 27 inch thing, and the color is natural. So anyway, this is Abraham Lincoln, and then the other piece I started was Salmon Liberty, and this is by Stitching with the Housewives. And all I really did was the bunting in the upper left-hand corner because I just didn't have time to work on it at length. So I just did this little bunting in the top corner here, and hadn't gotten to the fun stuff yet. But anyway, so I started that on the 4th of July weekend. But also, because that weekend was the first Friday of the month, Primrose Cottage does their little, they do a Friday freebie thing at the beginning of the month. You can buy a finishing kit for all this, but the pattern itself is free. So this is called Shepherd's Home. So there's a little house and a couple of little sheep, and I think looks like snow on the ground, and some hearts and little trees and stuff. It's a very simple pattern. It's very cute, and it's only 69 by 68, so it's not very big. And it calls for mostly Weeks Dye Works colors and one DMC color. So that was fun. I just thought that was cute, and so I downloaded that. And then my WIP-GO piece, my the two numbers, and I lost my pattern. Oh, here it is. This is my, the two numbers were number 9 and number 17. I can't grab this. Jumping out of my hand. And so this is the number 9. Yeah. The beaver. And this is one of the cottage garden samplings, Year in the Woods. And so this one, I'm not as far along as I was, I think, with some of the other designs, but this is number 11 of that series. So right now I'm working on the beaver's body. All of this that's on the upper body that is missing is all pecan, Weeks Dye Works pecan. And then down here, I just have the outline of the tail. I have one color of the outline of the tail, and it's all mostly charcoal, Weeks Dye Works charcoal, and then there's another one other DMC color in there. But the odd thing was, you know, I wanted to take this. I thought about taking this to the Copper Basin or the library, one of those. And before we did Copper Basin on Thursday, I was going through it, looking at it, and because I have, like, you know, 3 patterns on a piece of fabric, in most of them, in the what do you call it, bag, the project bag, I have, you know, I have the cloth in there, and then I have a thing with all the threads for all 3 patterns. And I looked at it, and the only threads I have in there, I think, are for the reindeer, which is number 12 of this series, and the ones for Little Brown Bat, and the ones for the beaver are not in there. So I know I have them. I think that charcoal was in there, the darker color that's in here, but nothing else was in there. And I'm like, what? What did I do with them? And so I looked at my little thread tracker app on my phone, and I was like, okay, so what other patterns would they be in? And like almost all of them, the only one using that color was the beaver. And I'm like, oh. So at some point I took them all out for, you know, various things, and I think the thread tracker only tracks threads you're using for current, like, you know, in progress or not started or whatever. So if you've already finished the product, I mean the project, it won't tell you that those threads were used in it. So
You can get it to show you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I must have, as I finished a project, taken the threads out, and I don't know, I must have put them away, because I had this one thing that had a bunch of threads in it, and there was nothing in there. It was like playing bingo or something, and none of the threads were in that bag, and it was a big bag full of threads, and none of them were. I think one was you know, applied to here, and I don't think I even needed that thread. I think that's already done or something. So
I told her
I have to get all my.
I told her Dad's favorite, saying she made a mistake and put them away.
Yes. So I have to go and like take all.
They're flying around the light bulb.
Yes, that's the other one. So I have to go and pull out all my DMC boxes and.
Or another dadism: if you don't know, who knows?
Yeah. So yeah. So that's where I am with the beaver. I have a lot to do. But so I, you know, between the beaver and Freedom Flock, I want to get those 2 done as quickly as possible. And I'm still working away at Freedom Flock, and so hopefully I'll, you know.
You look what I did. I sewed it together.
What did you do?
I sewed it together.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to do that. I've done that several times. When I was a kid, when the first time I did embroidery of any kind was in brownies, yeah. And we had to wear a little brownie uniform, you know, to meetings, and I was sitting. We met in the cafeteria at my school, and so I was sitting kind of like on the actual table part of this cafeteria table with my feet on the bench, on the seating bench, and I was sitting there
Because it
stitching
was the
away.
70s and you could be wild.
Yeah, I was stitching away, and I had stitched my skirt to the
Embroidery.
design. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's me.
That's you. All right. That brings us to our question of the week. So last week we asked you all what you're working on, what are you doing with the second half of the year, and we got a lot of responses. Elizabeth Donaldson says in the second half of the year she's got 5 pairs of socks in it. You go, girl. They're Christmas gifts. Oh, sorry, I spoiled the surprise for your family if they're following behind you and watching our videos. She started in February, and so far she's finished 3 pairs.
Wow.
I need to knit a bit faster. Hopefully I've done the middle of November. Wow, that's cool. Homespun in Wales is working on socks and had to sort out of my yarn stash, is what she said. And she has 47 balls of sock yarn, so I guess everyone's getting socks for Christmas. That's fun. You need a sock machine, a circular sock machine. I got one a couple years ago. I love it. It goes fast. I'm going to see, Wise Crone says, I'm going to start working on a long promised crochet gift. Time to get back to crocheting. I've been dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome for quite a while. Now things are in a quiet period. So she's going to ease back into it. That's fun. Good luck to you. Mary Passmore is working on a Prairie Year by Prairie Schooler doing August. Oh, that's neat. Like there's a different pattern for each month. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I should look that up. She needs to do the rest of the year, a stitching piece for her cousin's birthday and some knitting and Tunisian crochet. And then Teresa Ricketts says she's doing Christmas in July and a patriotic design on the 4th, 14th, and the 24th of every month. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
That's a good plan. So you get 3 days a month working on it.
Yeah, that's what I need for all my patriotic stuff. Yeah.
That's neat. So thanks for your responses. We love it. This week we want to ask you, since it's my birthday week, it is this week. This is my birthday week. Don't spoil it for me.
Just be like me, celebrate all month long.
Well, they had fireworks last week for my birthday, so that was kind of cool.
And the other day was Ringo Starr's birthday.
Right. So since it's my birthday week, also Tom Hanks has a birthday in July, July 9th or something. Since it's my birthday week, how many times can I say birthday in 5 seconds? We're wondering if you could be anywhere on your birthday, where would you like to be? For me, it would be in the mountains by a big stream, fly fishing. That's where I would like to be. I remember one year I said, I want to wake up on my birthday in a tent and open my eyes and there'd be a tent over my eyes, like above me. So I can't, sadly, this year go anywhere on my birthday because I gotta work. And for the foreseeable future, as long as I stay with this organization, our big, huge public on sale is always in July. And last year was on my birthday. That was not fun. This year it's a few days later, but so my birthday's right out now. So, but anyway, that's where I would be. Where would you be on your birthday?
I don't know. I probably
El Pintos.
Yeah, I was gonna say my birthday, is in October, and in New Mexico, from the first weekend to the second weekend is a balloon fiesta, and very often, my birthday, falls in there.
Well, that would be a fun place to be.
Yeah, and my claim to fame is that John Lennon's birthday is on the 9th, the day before my birthday, and actually I had a bunch of friends in college that all of our birthdays were in October.
Yeah.
So we had a big birthday party for all the October birthdays, and that was kind of fun.
What about you, Eve? Your birthday's coming up. This year it's on a Friday.
I don't have any particular place I'd like to be. I like being with family.
Yeah.
But I don't care where.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah,
You know how I know your birthday's on a Friday? Because I was setting the phones to be off on Friday afternoons. That's part of a story I'll tell you in a minute. But I was like, oh, August 14th, that's a Friday.
Well, I've had a lot of sad things happen on my birthday in the recent past, and
Yeah,
and so it's fun to just be able to celebrate with family.
that's good. So today is Friday. We decided to record on Friday.
Because tomorrow we're doing
Yeah,
Fandango
tomorrow.
for
Yeah, we're having. See, it is this week. We're having a birthday party. Rachel's hosting a birthday party for me this week since my birthday's stupid in the middle of the week. And but anyway, so we're recording tonight. It's Friday. Well, I go to work this morning, and I have all these plans in my mind. I'm very busy. Got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm like, one of the things I was going to do was be on the phone with a vendor. Call this vendor that we use for our phone system because I need to learn to do a bunch of stuff coming up for our big on sale day. But I'm like, I was going to call them in the morning, but I'm like, you know what? I've got all this other stuff to do. I'll spend the afternoon. I'll call them right after lunch. And I was working really hard and da-da-da. And then here it is 1 o'clock, and one of my colleagues walks into my office with his laptop bag over his shoulder. And I was like, oh, where are you going? And he looked at me. I'm like, what? Where are you going, Patrick? Why are you leaving early? Or what? You know, I was like, where are you going? And he's just looking at me with a very concerned face. And I was like, what? He goes, it's a half day today. And I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, yeah, every Friday in July. And I'm like, I didn't get that memo. And he's like, hang on a second. And he goes and he talks to our finance director, who's like our office manager. And he comes back and he goes, yeah, because I guess another colleague so we have two buildings, and she works they work in the other building. I guess she had emailed her or messaged her last week sometime about when do Summer Fridays start. So this is a thing in Phoenix that has been since I got here ages ago, that a lot of companies will give you Friday afternoons off in the summer because it's so hot. I don't know what it is. I don't know why Phoenix does it, but everybody does it. And we do it because during the concert season, we are working way over 40 hours most weeks. So this is kind of our booby prize, which is nice. But in my memory, last summer was my first summer back in a while, and I thought we started it after on sale day, which last year was the 15th. So I was thinking, oh, it'll start like the 4th, 5th, 25th. That's what I thought. So I'm in charge of making sure the phones are on the right thing. So I just didn't get the memo. Like, we had a half day before 4th of July, but I thought that was just, oh, that's nice because it's the holiday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I was like, oh, well, it's already 1 o'clock. I am not planned to be done at 1 o'clock. I have a lot of things to do, and I have to shut the phones off, which is the whole thing. So I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, nobody told me. They're like, yeah, it's every Friday in July and August, all through until Labor Day. And I'm like, that's nice. That's great. But I am not prepared. So, my gosh.
So you're going to come back Monday to a lot more work.
No, actually, next week, the next 2 weeks are going to be really, really hard.
When I worked
Next week, we're doing our group. Next week is our group sales, because we've been doing donor pre-sale. Now it's our group sales week right before public on sale. So I'm in charge of all the group sales stuff, and new this year, a colleague of mine and I are going to 5 different senior communities and that have agreed to do it, and selling their their residents who aren't donors to us. We're selling them tickets to them this week because these communities provide busfuls of people. Mm-hmm. So in the past, those poor people have had they're not donors, so they don't get in on the pre-sale, and then they just have to fight through the public on sale with everybody else. The phones are crazy, the online is crazy. So I was like, this year, I was like, you know what? Why can't we treat them like a group sale?
Yeah.
And they're going to each buy individually, so they're not getting group sale prices or waive of fees or anything like that. But they're getting in early, so it's a win-win for them. It of course helps us, and some of those people might give up if they had to fight the crowds, So
or not be as adept at online stuff,
and not get as good seats or whatever, and
plus you're there to help them.
Exactly. And and we can hand them their tickets right there, and have to take our little printers with us, and so I think it's a great plan. But the plan it didn't backfire. But now I'm like every single day I'm out next week, so not all day, but significant chunks of days, including my birthday. And the place I'm going, I know pretty well. I should tell him it's my birthday. I expect special treatment. But those places are so nice, the grounds are beautiful, the facilities are beautiful.
They have air conditioning.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna be out. But then I have other groups that have to be, like an individual. So a lot of people will buy for their whole neighborhood, and they come and they do the group sales. So I have to seed all of those. So I'm going to be working on those this weekend. But I had to wait till the donor pre-sale was, basically over until I could seat those groups. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. So I would have liked to have stayed a little bit today, and honestly, but I'm like, I'm out of here. So I left.
When I worked at Blue Cross, they had certain days like on Fridays where you could wear jeans, but they also had during the week, if you made a donation to whatever charity they were doing, whatever, you could give a $5 donation and you could wear jeans that day, and yeah, it was, just like it was your little prize for supporting whatever the promotion was, or the sale of the, charity was.
Please, sir, can I wear jeans today?
Hey, it was a bonus. You could get $5. You could wear whatever you wanted. But so we also had, casual Fridays, so we could wear jeans on Fridays. And fortunately, in our department, it wasn't, crucial because we weren't
Public
in
facing.
the public eye. But one day I was like, I'm gonna wear my jeans and blah, blah. And I went to work, and about halfway through the day I realized today's not Friday, today's Thursday, and I'm wearing my jeans.
That's like when you wear the ugly Christmas sweater to the wrong day.
Yeah.
You're like, I guess I'm a dork.
Yeah.
Speaking of sweaters, I have a funny story about this sweater. The lady I get eggs from, her name is Sonia, and she texted me that it is literally too hot for the chickens. They're not laying eggs, and the few eggs they
went on strike.
Yeah, the few eggs they have laid, she says the shells are so thin that they just break. They won't even withstand washing. Yeah. So she's like, no eggs this week. And I'm like, that's fine. Because I go and I pick up eggs for myself and my colleagues at work and stuff. And I'm like, that's fine. And so then we were talking about the heat, of course, because that's everyone's favorite topic. And I was like, I've lived here all these years since 92 and 93. And every summer I'm like, why am I still here? and then February comes and I completely forget. And she thought that was really funny. And then I said, and me, what I'm doing is ignoring the 1,000-degree heat outside, and I'm knitting this giant woolly hot sweater so that, because it's for some, what did I say? What I texted was really funny. So I'm going to read it to you. I think it was funny. She laughed. And me, I'm ignoring 1,000-degree heat, or I said actually 10,000-degree heat, and knitting a knit swirl sweater that is smothering me because it represents a coolish future where I can wear it one morning and then throw it in the back of my car until the following December. And I sent her pictures of it, and she said, Naomi, it's beautiful, looks oh so warm and comfy. July is the perfect time to be making that. And I said, well, that's because my house is like the Arctic North. We keep our house, freezing cold. So actually it's comforting when I'm knitting it. Oh my gosh. It's so funny.
Yeah, well, when we were getting ready to move, we were trying to declutter as much as possible. So, we would have minimal stuff in the house for showings and stuff like that. And it was like in like July or August or something that we were, packing stuff up, and I just foolishly was thinking, oh, it'll just be, a few months and we'll sell the house. And it was like a year. And so, but I had packed all my cold, my jackets, I had a, sweatshirt, sweatpants, stuff like that. They were all packed away. And so I froze over the winter. I was like, because you don't think about, it's not snow on the ground freezing, but it's cold and you want a sweater and you want, and just, the wind is blowing and it's cold outside. And so I didn't have any
Fortunately, I did
stuff.
not pack my stuff, and I lent her a few things.
I borrowed a sweater from her, and I bought a hoodie at the store, but they didn't have my size. They had like a larger size, so I'm like swimming in this hoodie. But at least it was something warm.
But it's funny because in the winter, I mean, there are days when you are cold all day long, but more of the winter is cold in the morning and then hot by the afternoon, so you take off whatever you brought.
The kids lose their jackets.
Yeah, kids lose their jackets. I put it in the back of my car and I go inside when I get home, and then in the morning I'm like, oh, I'm cold, and so I get another jacket and I take it and rinse and repeat. So then pretty soon I literally have 5 jackets in the back of my car, and I'm like,
you give a jacket a ride to work.
Yes.
You put it on, you're like, oh, it's too hot.
Yep.
Take it off.
So that's the reality we live in. But I am looking forward to this sweater because I know like February can be very chilly, and when we work shows in February we are outside, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be so comfy. I'm so excited about this sweater. I'm a dork. But I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to get this done.
And sweaters are, the right.
It's 100% right, because it's not a pullover is much harder to deal with.
Yeah.
Because you have to make sure whatever's underneath that you can show to the public, because you are going to be too hot and you're going to have to take that sweater off.
Yeah.
Or suffer through it all day
Well,
long.
And you mess up your hair while you're taking it off.
Yeah.
And you don't need a winter coat, like a heavy winter coat.
Yeah. Like I can imagine this with like a turtleneck.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm gonna have to get the right color, because I realize I have a black one. No, I have a gray one and a white one, but I don't like to wear the white one unless I know I'm not going to take it off, because I don't like. Yeah, but I have a gray one that would be nice, and I was thinking about a black turtleneck would look nice under this, but I have a feeling this is going to shed, and when whatever I wear, it's going to have fuzz on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so excited about this.
I have so many black clothes, it's not even funny.
No, I know.
Because,
but I think also,
because like every fall, with the new season, I would, try to buy at least something, a new top or something. And it had to be black on black on black, no contrasting trim, no shiny buttons and things like that. So, so I had like a whole bunch of black shirts and black pants and black,
but
everything else.
I'm thinking this is going to look nice with dressy clothes. It's going to look nice, really nice with jeans. Mm-hmm. Just the color of it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm so weird. Okay, so when I went to start cutting my, I don't know, a while ago, Mark helped me clean out Hannah's room. Right now, it looks like a jumble again, but it's much more like we really purged a lot of stuff, and he really helped me. But the other night I went in there to cut start cutting my quilt, but did I get distracted and pull out a knitting project, and just because I needed to knit it's called a 10-stitch blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember, yes. I'm talking about that.
10-stitch blanket is, you knit it on just straight needles, and you literally knit 10 stitches at a time, and then you do short rows and turn the corner, and then short rows, turn a corner, and then knit 10 stitches going back, but you join it as you knit it, and then you turn the corner, and then you go up the other side and joining, but it's always a 10-stitch row, and it's garter stitch. I'll show it next week. I had started it, and then I had forgotten how to do it, and then when I cleaned a while ago I cleaned out, and I was like, maybe I don't want to do this, and I pulled the whole thing out, and I rewound that ball of yarn, and it's been sitting there, and I really like it though. I really like the colors of the yarn. My idea is that this will be my camping blanket, that if we ever go tent camping again, I don't know, but both in that I would take it as a project to when we go camping, and also when it's done I will use it when I'm camping, and it's because it's cotton, and it's that Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton is really nice, and it's variegated, and the length of the variegation almost is like each time you, like each little section, it comes out, you know, in a nice rectangle, and or triangles as you turn the corners, and so it's kind of cool. It's a cool stitch pattern, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait, don't I have it now in Knit Companion on my iPad? And I do, and it talks, and one of the things that you do is you can make a decorative stitch as you go along, as you're joining. And that's what I couldn't remember how to do, and I didn't realize that I had it, that it talks about it in that pattern. So for whatever reason, just in the middle of the night, I was just like, you know what? I want to start the 10 stitch blanket again. And I started again, and I'm like, I have some kind of problem. Well, and it's just like, I guess I just need like a little reset of my brain, you know, and whether I finish it or not, or take it camping or not, I don't, whatever. But it's fun. It's a cute little thing, and you can do it 10 stitches at a time, as long as you remember how to join it. That's what I couldn't remember. But I have it now on my iPad, and I know what I'm doing now, so I don't know if I'll remember it by the next time I pick it up, but now I know that it's in Knit Companion, so I can follow those instructions, so that's fun.
That's one thing I know about. There's one of the projects that I have that's in storage, you know, because I have like an old set of WIPs and a current set of WIPs, and so amongst all my old things, like at one point I was doing all these WIPs, but they all had so much stitching to do, that you know, I was doing them over and over and over again, and still not finishing them, and they're probably still in that state. But
do you ever just give up on something?
A couple of them, I think I actually never started them, and I did giveaways and stuff, and you know, but because you know your tastes change over the years, and I also have this thing where I like the way something looks, but I don't want to do it, you know, and like
Yeah.
like I was
Like
that way.
me and Heaven and Earth Designs. That's
Yes.
me.
Yeah, and like that was also the way I was about makeup. Like
Yeah.
I'd look at something and I think, oh, that's a really pretty color, but I didn't like the way it looked on my face, so I
Yeah.
never would wear it. But I just liked the way it looked. So that, you know, but I have one pattern that I always think about that, it's a wolf pattern, and it's very dense. I think it's full coverage.
The one
Yeah.
that you were making for Tim?
Yeah, and it's about this big. You know, it's not really huge, but it's very confetti heavy, and I didn't make, at the time I started it, I did not make a like a working copy that I could cross off, and so the few times I picked it up, I'm like, I have no idea, did I stitch all of these, and you know, and it was. So I think at some point I did make a copy of the pattern, and but I spend so much time like crossing off which ones I stitched. Yeah, that that I want to stitch the thing, because you can kind of see the beginning of the wolf's face, but it's in that limbo area where it's like I'd have to mark everything off so I would know what I'm working on, and
That's why I like Pattern Keeper.
It's like just like
Yeah, I got Pattern Keeper. I don't know what for the tree. Yeah. Don't talk to me about the tree.
You can always do it next year.
I can, or I can just go back and historically fill everything in and just work on it for the next 10 years of my life. I can do whatever I want. It's my birthday week. This is my yeah, my next 2 weeks are going to be ugly. I will be, when you see me next, I will be almost dead, and the following week I will be completely dead.
Especially in this heat. But it'll be cooler next week.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have group sales next week, and then the following week is public on sale day on Tuesday. I had to host what we called ticket order boot camp. And I was very proud of myself because there were 3 people, 2 people that had never done ticketing orders before, and they're just kind of jumping in, and then 2 people that are new to the organization, but they've been working on like donor orders, so they're a little bit more well versed, but not like the heavy onslaught of the phones. And then one person who has helped. They just come in and help every year at this time, so he's used to it, but he hasn't done it. You know, he needs like a refresher every year. So I made up these fake orders under my name, our CEO's name, and our finance director's name, because we all have accounts in there. Mm-hmm. So we use those as practice. Like I picked one thing in each venue, and then price points all over the place, and then like at least one show had a 2 o'clock and a 7:30. So they would just realize, okay, I have to determine which time, and so they could see all the different maps, and then walk through how to collect payment, and then how to print and all that thing. So and I made these little like cheat sheets and stuff, and it went really well. I was really kind of proud of myself. Like we walked through everything, and yeah, it was good. So we had like 6 people on the phones and 2 serving in person with me in the same room as that, so I can oversee all that. So it's going to be very
well, at least the week you have to drive around, it's not going to be 118
this coming week,
18 degrees.
But you know what happened? Because I didn't know, I didn't have my afternoon. I didn't get all my ticket stuff, my box office stuff packed up for these out, what do you call it? These trips to these communities. Because I was going I'm going to have everything packed on Friday afternoon, and then Monday morning I'll just waltz in, put them in my car, and we'll go. No, now I have to get there Monday, because I thought, well, should I pack up? Or should I go home and have my Friday afternoon? So I decided to not pack up, but I'll just go. I probably, because our first one is at 10, which means I need to get there at 9:30, which means I need to leave at 9:15, and work starts at 9. So I have to get there very early to pack up and get ready. Anyway.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Well,
it'll be good.
Beth and I have to go.
Yeah, the sun is getting low in the sky, and
my dogs think they should eat every day.
Yeah, I know. So does my family. And I'm like, you guys ate yesterday? Why? What is this talking about dinner? Like, didn't we have dinner yesterday? But yeah, and why is it always my fault? I have to figure it out.
You wanted to be a mom.
That's also where I would be on my birthday, in a restaurant. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you back in 1 week. Bye.
Bye.
You'll be older.
I will be older. And this one's hitting different.
Uh-huh.
This one is hitting different. Yeah, I usually don't care.
How old are you?
I'll be 59. That's weird. Anyway, I will be old. Bye.
Bye.